about the new format of Miss Universe, wherein the girls were segregated into three different continents, such as the Americas, Europe, and then Asia, Africa, and Oceania in one, is quite interesting. I know at first a lot of people or fans are not happy or not convinced about the new format, but eventually when I watched the pageant, I think it became more exciting. Um, I think moving forward, Miss Universe can use this format because, you know, all of the girls from each continent will be fighting hard to get that spot in the top 16. So I think it's something new. I know it's a significant change. It's hard to accept at first, but I think it works. I mean, the pageant became more exciting. So I hope Miss Universe could keep it up. And then about the top 16, well, I'm quite contented and at the same time disappointed because I feel and I believe that there are a lot of more deserving girls that should have been part of the top 16. But I'm quite happy because if you will watch my prior video on my top 16 choices and substitutes, I think like more than 50% of the girls that I included there were actually part of the top 16. Like China, I mean, China was never a favorite or was never really anticipated to be part of the top 16, but she made it surprisingly. So I'm just so happy about it. Um, Ironically, the girls in the wild card, Venezuela, USA, Jamaica, well, not USA, I mean Venezuela, Jamaica, Philippines, and China, I think they're even, stronger candidates than those that are on the selected on the continents per continents. Surprisingly, Sri Lanka from Asia and Ghana from Africa were the top four choices for Asia and the Pacific, which for me is, quite surprising. Um, Croatia was also surprised. I was expecting for Iceland or Russia or France. But she looked, pretty and, not your classic European. But, overall, I think the judges, made a good choice in terms of selecting the top 16. Some comments on the girls. On my prior video, I mentioned that Venezuela was so overrated. She was overdoing it. But I think during the pageant, she knew how to balance it. I mean, she just did what she needs to do. It was not overacting. She was not overdoing it, and she looked fabulous. And so I'm happy for her that she made it to the top five. Thailand, I think she is gorgeous. She's the only girl who used a one piece swimsuit in the swimsuit round. I think she nailed it. She has a lot of personality. I think the Miss Universe organization is rooting for her, but she just wasted it because she flopped the question and answer on the on the when she was called for top five. I think she could have done better. When she was asked about social movement, she could have mentioned about LGBT or the millennials being so much inclined with social media. Um, Having a master's degree, I was expecting more from her, and it's so disappointing. Philippines, a lot of Filipinos are disappointed that Rachel did not make the top five cut. I think personally for me, she was at her best during the pageant. she was at her most beautiful styling during the pageant. I think what happened was she failed to showcase her personality like during the swimsuit and during the evening gown competition. She lacked the connection to the audience and to the viewers because if you will notice, like most of the candidates are, striking a pose, making a connection to the camera and, showing a remarkable look or pose. But Rachel was just, she looked plain. I mean, she was beautiful, but, I really did not feel that, she was in it. Her gown was, it was nice. It really showcased her asset. It's simple to the point that really did not stand out among the other candidates. And so I think if she made the top five, she could have, slayed the question and she could have been in the top three. Jamaica. I think Jamaica was surprised that she made it to the top 16 and that she advanced to the next round. I don't think she was expecting that. I feel that she's not that ready, so I'm not so sure what the judges saw in her. But I think she's intelligent. She has the heart, she has the advocacy. I think that is one reason why she made it to the top three. When Philippines was not called in the top five and South Africa made it, I mean, South Africa was my bet. She has the most beautiful face in the competition, and I think she deserved it. She answered the question correctly, and so she deserved it. And I'm just ecstatic and happy for her. And I think, in addition to Rachel, I think she lacked, a backstory. I mean, a lot of candidates were talking about sexual harassment, empowerment, education, but then her bio is like her bio video was all about surfing, opening a cafe. I think for me, it really did not highlight her advocacy. I think that is what's missing, and I think she or her camp could have done better than that. And in addition to Jamaica, I think her Afro look was her advantage. It made her stand out. It made her look edgier than the other candidates, just like China. China with the short hair. I think that's very edgy, and I think it really caught the attention of the judges. Overall, I'm happy with the result because South Africa won. Colombia has been placing in the top three since 2014, and so it's going to be a pressure on their next candidate. I hope Colombia would finally, get another crown in the future. And so that's it for my commentary. If you disagree, agree, please feel free to like, comment, share your thoughts, and subscribe. Thank you.